Enlighten You, Collagen, New Biome, okay? And you need to make this a heavy hitter. It's not a heavy hitter yet, but it's gonna be a heavy hitter beginning in February because this is the strategy that we're gonna run with in February. You realize Dramatic Effects is no longer a product, it's a line, right? And we've got Renew Spas coming out next month. And so our newest heavy hitter subscription as of next month, and I'm claiming this, Justin and Buck, if you're hearing, our new heavy hitter for subscriptions is gonna be the DE line, okay? Right now it's just the trio, but Artemis is gonna ask, and she's a freaking magician if you don't know. I was like, hey, can you get me a board? Board, okay? And so I'm gonna have her ask corporate if we can add all of the products, including hydrating gel, and nix the trio and have the whole line as a subscription offer, okay? But right now, let's talk about the heavy hitters that we have access to now. And that's New Biome and Collagen, predominantly. And so here's what I want you to write down on the paper. And I'm just gonna put this down because I'm not following these notes anyway. Okay, so I want you to write this down. Week 1 is the boom, okay? Week 1 is the boom. If you don't know about the boom, okay? When I was a teacher, they used to give me all the kids that had ankle monitors on that were fresh out of jail, okay? I didn't have the good kids. I had the kids that nobody else wanted, and they said, you gotta get them to show growth on the test. I'm like, gosh, damn, I gotta get them to come to school first. Okay? I didn't cuss in the classroom. My kids would, if they would never think I would say a cuss word. But similar to this business, in that industry, I was given the toughest of the tough situations. And it was like, I don't know, just put some of your Miss Williams holy water on them and make it happen. Okay? And I'm from Mississippi. I didn't even say that. And I love my state. But we're the dumbest state in the nation, right? In theory. So, if you can just imagine being a teacher in the state of Mississippi, where you're teaching 10th graders that are on a 3rd grade reading level, and they want you, I don't know, just make it happen, get them to pass the MAP test. But they're on a 3rd grade reading level, we don't care, get the scores. You gotta pull a Gretchen Clark and figure that shit out. You wanna keep your job? You figure that shit out. So here's what I figured out. Number 1, the ELA that I was teaching, it didn't matter. My kids for 17 years, with the worst of the worst, okay? My kids were selling dime bags on the street. That's where I learned a lot of the strategy for this business, okay? This is just a legalized form of drug dealer, okay? Seriously. But the thing that I learned was that it didn't matter what I was teaching them if I didn't first establish the relationship. For 17 years, with the worst kids in the state of Mississippi, for 17 years in a row, nobody in the state beat my growth. Nobody. For 17 years in a row. And here's why. It wasn't because I was a great teacher, like I was, but my kids would run through a freaking brick wall for me. They didn't give a shit about that test. They didn't give a shit about it. But they knew that my job depended on their scores. So they were gonna do it for me. You understand? Okay, this is you with your reps. This is you with your customers. It doesn't matter what we're sharing until you have the rapport, until I don't know what that thing is, but if Elizabeth's using it, I want it. Okay? That's what you're trying to get. All right? And that's how I got the test scores. I didn't have smart kids, but I had kids that would run through a brick wall for me. Okay? Where I live, You don't, and people that look like us, you don't go to Rodenberg Avenue, okay? You don't do it. You don't do it. It's scary. And I ran out of gas. A friend of mine was in the car with me, and I was low on gas. I said, I'm going to stop right here at this Shell and get some gas. What? Do you have a gun under the seat, Elizabeth? Do you know how to shoot it? I said, oh no, it's fine. Nobody's going to bother us. Because I knew as soon as I got out of my car, within 5 seconds, one of the people on the streets that was strapped up, okay, with whatever you needed in their pockets, wasn't legal. One of them was going to say, Miss Williams. No, man, she good. She good. And they weren't going to let anybody bother me. So that is the relationship that you're trying to get with your reps, with your customers, and here's how subscriptions tie into all of that. So first of all, I want you to write this on your paper. Week 1, are y'all writing? When I write, you write. Get your pens up. Okay, week 1 is the boom, okay? When my kids came in my classroom, and a lot of them were, I was looking up like this, okay? So I had to walk around like this, like, what'd you say? Oh yeah, that's what I thought. So I need you to get your shoulders back, and I need you to get ready to run a boom week. Because some of y'all are rolling into day 1, and you're coasting. We don't coast, we boom. If you don't max in week 1, you're not doing it right. So here's the deal. In week 1, you've got to decide, do you want to be on the 5 plan or the 10 plan? Where's Tommy? Go tell him. He just walked in just in time. Okay. I don't even know if he remembers my name, but I remember his. So when I first started doing this strategy, Artemis was like, Diane, isn't this what Tommy taught years ago? And I'm like, okay, I'm doing something. If I've come up with whatever Tommy came up with, then I'm on the right track. Okay, so week 1, right now I'm asking you to make a commitment. Okay, so if you're an upline, you better scout out your downlines. Okay, will everybody make a commitment for the next 6 months, beginning February 1st, to be on a 5 or a 10 MRP plan? What's MRP? I'm glad you asked. My rewards program. Stop saying subscription. That scares the shit out of people. I don't care what you call it, but don't call it a subscription, okay? Is anybody in here a nerd, like a researcher? You're up at 2 and 3 in the morning just researching shit? Okay. Not right now, you better pay attention to me, but when you leave, Google about subscriptions. People are scared of subscriptions. Now we know that our subscription plan is super flexible. You can start at any time, you can skip at any time, you can cancel at any time. Please understand, your customers don't know that. And some of y'all are like, but we tell them, I don't care, they don't listen. They're scared of subscriptions. So stop saying it, okay? All right, so will you commit to February 1st, either to, I'm gonna get 5 subscriptions in week 1 every month for 6 months, or I'm a badass and I'm gonna multiply that times 2 by following the Carey method, and I'm gonna get 10 in week 1 for the next 6 months. So you got 2 seconds to pick 5 or 10 right now. Elizabeth, you haven't even told us what it is. I don't give a shit. I told y'all I'm smart. Write it down. Pick. Text your coach. 5 or 10. Okay? All right. So for 6 months, week 1, I need my writers. I always called students. Christy and Michelle, come on. Christy and Michelle, come on. Michelle, you're the 5. Christy, you're the 10. Just start writing the shit on the Post-it notes. Okay. Gretchen, you know why I like you? We both cuss. Cussing gives emphasis. I can't help it. I need you to know how passionate I am about this shit. All right. So, you're doing the 10, Christy. You're doing the 5, Michelle. Michelle was the librarian at my school. She thought I was crazy when I told her about my reading initiative in 2015. I made it to Good Morning America with that one. And I got all the drug dealers for 6 weeks to come to summer school, even though they didn't need it to read with me. We had fun. Okay, did you pick? Raise your hand if you picked. Okay, so, y'all gotta write fast now. How am I doing on time? Is that 1 minute left? Oh my gosh, I did not crush that. I thought somebody was in the back doing the wrap-up thing.
Give her more.
I didn't get a warning. Okay. So they're gonna write this, and Carly will send this out. I have it typed in the Google Doc. Please don't struggle for your month anymore. Okay. Now, why did I say week 1 and week 4? Week 4 is the prep week. Okay. Now, if you don't hit it in week 4, you ain't ready for week 1. So how are you going to hit it in week 4? Here's the deal. We said the 2 heavy hitters are collagen and Nubiome, right? Pick one right now. Pick it. We're almost in week 4. You got to set your boom up for week 1 in February. Okay. Week 4 of this month, you are going to advertise the shit out of one or the other. And you're going to offer sample packs. Why don't you want to sell them the whole box or the whole bag in week 4? Because you want to follow up in week 1 and secure the subscription. Now, why do you want the subscription to process in week 1? Because you want to close the suck-ass blocks by the end of week 1 so that the whole rest of the month you're getting the real pay. So, on the 5 MRP plan, first of all, if you write down all the different ways that the heavy hitters can be bundled, the average subscription sales volume is 108. Okay, so with that math, on the 5 MRP plan, if you get 5 subscriptions week 1 every month consistently for 6 months, month 6, when those subscriptions roll, you're gonna be a freaking maximizer by the end of week 1. Boom! Okay? Freaking boom! All right, now, if you want to be a badass, all you got to do is follow the Carey method. When you get these 5, hey, which one of your friends wants this? And stop trying to be fancy Nancy. Okay, when I started, this was my pitch on the collagen. Hey girl, I didn't say girl. Hey, you want to look like a Cullen? Get you some of my vampire juice. The shit works. I sold more collagen back when I was using that pitch than this pitch, because now I tried this. It's full of bioadaptive. What? Nobody cares. Does the shit work? Yes. Get it. Get you some. Okay. So, on the 10 plan, if you just simply secure the 5 and follow the Carey method, hey, does your mama, sister, or best friend want to do this with you? If they do, I'll give them a discount on YouTube. Then you got your 10, okay? Don't settle for the 5 when you can do 10. Some of y'all said, oh, I'm just going to do 5. Bullshit. Matthew McConaughey. Bullshit. Get your 10. All right, so if you do the 10 plan and you're consistent for 6 months, by the end of week 1 in month 6, you are a double bonus maximizer. At the end of week 1, boom. Y'all aren't excited about the boom. I feel it in my soul when I look at that sales volume. All right, I don't have any more time, but thank y'all so much. Yes. into action. Okay, so right now, I know somebody at your table has collagen or Nubion. Okay, if nobody at your table has either of those two, we're going to get you some coaching first of all, but we're also going to hook you up with some so you can do the activity. Okay, because Artemis is the magician and she just poof, makes it happen. All right, so get some collagen or Nubion, and I'd like to, everybody, you're going to do two things. You're going to get a story up. You're going to get a story up. Y'all aren't listening? Okay. You're going to get a story up, and if you're on Facebook, you're going to put a color block up. Okay? A color block. Now, some of y'all are going to be scared when I say this, but I dare you to do it. I dare you to. This is the color block. Has anyone, and you better use that little thinking emoji, has anyone ever heard of a clean poop? I told you I dare you to put it up. And you can Google it when you leave. You got to be willing to be controversial if you want to go big. If people aren't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing.
Can I use the poop background?
Sure, use the poop background if you want to. Okay? Now, how many of you have ever heard of a clean poop? Okay, well, let me enlighten you. If you're going through toilet paper as quick as Britney Spears and Jason Alexander's marriage, you ain't got no clean poop. And you need some Nubion. Dr. Ben, please back me up on this. Doctors talk about it all the time. A clean poop is when you don't need toilet paper. Google it! Fact check me.
Something to celebrate.
People talk about this. You don't have to do that if you're not brave. You can do the collagen and take the other one. There's two heavy hitters. But please get a story up, and please also put a color block up. Now, Elizabeth, what are we going to do with that? I'm so glad you asked. Okay? Sharon, thank you so much for following my stories. Did you see my badass collagen? That shit is like vampire juice. Listen, I'm running a special. The company gave me a bunch of free samples. And I'd love for you to try some next week. And if you love it, I'll get you set up on my MRP. I'm not telling her anything else. She don't text me back. What's your MRP? Oh, it's my rewards program. Okay? My rewards program. All right, now, remember, why do you not want to get them on subscription in week 4? You want it week 1. Listen, you've got to get the suck-ass blocks closed. Y'all know what the suck-ass blocks are. Does anybody care about $25? Block 1? Are you worried about it?
Sorry, I was focused on week 4 end of month and then week 1 beginning month.
Correct. Week 4, end of month. Okay? Week 4, end of month. Week 1, beginning of month. Guys, our commission runs are on the 7th, the 14th, okay? The 21st and the last day of the month. When we get our pay commission run on the 8th, I want the suck-ass blocks done. Okay? The suck-ass blocks are block 1, $25. Block 2, $25. Suck-ass blocks. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? So if you follow this plan, okay, you're not talking about a lot of customers, but at the end of 6 months, you're not worried about hitting minimums. You're done with the suck-ass minimums at the end of week 1. Therefore, the rest of the entire month, when you're running with company promos and all of the other awesome things that come out faster than we can soak it in, that's gravy. That's gravy. And then you can start designing your own paycheck, okay? I don't like to pay for shit out of my money. I like to create new money to pay my bills. And I use strategy to do it, and this is how you do it. Okay? Oh, I want to go on this trip. I want to go to Vegas for my birthday. Great. Let me work out this week's paycheck to make that happen. Okay? That's how you do it. And this is what fuels that. Nikki, that was on here before me, she's cute. She said, don't take your foot off the gas. Okay? But week 1, you fill up the damn tank. And weeks 2, 3, and 4, you let that shit overflow and bring the money. Okay? Now, why do you have to do it? You have to do it. You have to learn to do it, then do it. And why does that matter? Not for your paycheck. You're missing the bigger picture. So that you can teach other people to do it. You can't teach somebody else to do it till you do it. So thank you so much for your time. I didn't get to everything I wanted to.